Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sonya's Prep. I'm so excited to be back here. I'm folding a load of laundry for the baby, and I figured this would be the perfect time to record our Brit Mila prep. So in today's video, you'll basically see how I generally got ready for it. The name reveal of the baby will be in this video. The difference that I found between a hospital circumcision and an Orthodox Jewish one. So let's roll up our sleeves and let's get prepping. For those of you who have seen my previous video, I had my baby quite early. He was a 34-weeker. So usually in the Jewish religion, the baby boys get their brises on the 8th day. And because he was a preemie, we actually were not allowed to perform the circumcision on that day. And what I found different in the hospital was that while we were there for 1 week, I had multiple doctors come up to me from the NICU asking if we would like to have the circumcision performed in the hospital. And I was taken aback because he was so little. He was 4 pounds and 11 ounces when he was born. And they do lose a little bit of weight before they're discharged. So he was 4 pounds, 3 ounces, 4 pounds, 7 ounces when they were asking me. And I said, you would actually perform a circumcision like right now? And they said, yeah, it's totally fine. Everything's okay. And when we consulted our Moel is the rabbi who performs the circumcision, he said, absolutely not. The baby has to have certain parameters. He has to be a certain weight. He has to have certain strengths to him. So I found it very, very interesting that a few times the hospital would have performed it. And I guess they have very different standards than an actual Moel. And as a nurse, I remember doing rotations in the hospital in labor and delivery, and then in the neonatal units, and the way that they were performing the circumcision is just a little bit different. It was very interesting to see the differences. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that because I didn't realize that they were different. I just didn't think they would perform circumcision on such a small baby in the NICU of all places. I would think, oh, if a baby's born and they're in the regular nursery, they would perform it. But it was just an interesting experience. Anyways, so the one thing that I really wanted to get accomplished while I was preparing for the bris, I wanted everything to be very stress-free and streamlined. And we actually performed his bris 1 month after he was born. So he was 1 month old exactly during his Bris Mila. So I had a lot of time to plan. I had a lot of time to decide how we're going to do it. All I was in charge of was basically what we're going to be wearing to the event. My husband took care of everything else, the food, where we're going to do it, who the mole is going to be, the people who are coming. So I'm never involved in any of that. I couldn't care less what's going to be there. But I love getting the aesthetics of it all nice and pretty. So I ordered all of our dresses, the girls, and I ordered the boys their ties. And I always like to have a certain theme to any kind of party that I'm having. So this theme, as you'll see in the videos, was a dark blue, like a navy blue theme. So we all had that in common, and it looked gorgeous in the videos and in the pictures. I know that the day of the actual party, the morning of the actual party, is going to be very chaotic. So what I try to do is prepare everything as early as I can. I got my dress. I just put it all in the crib. We're not using this crib for a few months, so I just plopped everything on here. I got my shoes so that I'm not looking for anything. I got all my boys' ties, and I got my girls' dresses so that when we wake up in the morning, we know that this is the place to go. So I even have their shoes laid out. I have the boys' suits and shoes. So everything was prepared for me so that once we wake up, we go in here, we get everything together, we put on our clothes, because trust me, it is very, very hard with a crying little baby to get the other kids dressed and not having to look for shoes that are missing or socks that are missing. So I just prepared everything right over here, which was a very big lifesaver for me. This next clip that I'm going to be showing you is basically how we are arranging the little gift bags or the thank you bags for all of the guests. My husband decided to give little, I guess, boxes that says Little Prince on it with chocolates and candies. We got all the kids involved. We wanted everyone to feel like they were a part of it. So you'll see this clip and it's really, really cute. To decorate the actual like buffet stations that we were having, we found a place who rents out like faux flowers because we didn't want to spend a ton of money on it, and it was beautiful, it was gorgeous. So my husband went to pick up some of those things and I decided to just include the clip over here. They were very cute flowers and they looked beautiful at the table. The evening before the bris actually takes place, Sephardi people do something called a Brit. It's basically where you gather 10 men at the home of where the baby boy is, and you read prayers and blessings. And when I asked Shai exactly what this is for, he said that it basically increases the merits of the baby boy so that the circumcision can go smoothly and everything should go well. So I'm going to include a clip of it right here. So now all of the pre-planning and everything is all done and it's time for the actual bris day. So we usually started off with the morning prayer. The men all gather together in shul, women come there as well, and everyone prays. I'll include a clip of it here of everyone gathered up in the shul that we went to. And after the prayer, the actual bris ceremony takes place. And now it's time for the actual Brit Mila ceremony.
אם אשכחך מירושלים תשכח ימיני, תדבק לשוני לחיקי, אם לא אזכרכי, אם לא אעלה את ירושלים על ראש שמחתי. סנדק. סנדק? He's gonna be my brother.
בכבוד. סימן טוב ומזל טוב ומזל טוב וסימן טוב. סנדק ראשון?
סנדק ראשון. סנדק ראשון my brother יוסף. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוות וציוונו להכניסו בבריתו של אברהם אבינו. אמן.
After the Bris Mila takes place and the ceremony is done, we do finally name the baby. Up until that point, we don't really verbalize the baby's name. I mean, in the hospital, we do sign the birth certificate and all of that with the baby's name, but we don't actually call the baby by his name until the bris is performed. After the ceremony takes place, we finally announce his name, that it's Yehuda, and after that, we go and have a party to celebrate the new baby, the birth, the circumcision. So I'll have a few clips over here of the actual party. video of an Orthodox Jewish circumcision or Bris Mila. I hope it gave you some insight into how we do things in our family. I think Bukharians do things maybe a little bit slightly different than other cultures in the Jewish world. I've seen brises who are very, very like small and intimate, and I've seen brises who are like weddings, very extravagant. I think ours falls somewhere in between. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me about the birth, the bris, or anything like that, leave them in the comments below. Maybe I'll do a Q&A after this video, depending on the types of questions that you have or the amount of questions that we have. So again, thank you so much for watching. Happy prepping from my family to yours.